Welcome to Z Grill's Taste the Smoke. Of course, my name is Tommy, and I will be your host on over here today. And today's show is going to be all about how to smoke up that perfect corned beef out on your Z grills, as we will cover a little bit of a mustard binder. Then we will fire up that Z grills. We want to get about 3 hours of smoke on it, and then we will tin it up, put some beer in there, and finish it off to that perfect juicy corned beef. And of course, if this interests you here, let's turn our attention down to the board and let's get this show started. So this one's going to get started with a 6-pound grocery purchased corned beef. I mean, it is going to be the same corned beef that you are going to purchase right from the grocery store. The first thing to do is get it under water. Trust me, you're going to want to rinse it off. And also, I am going to take it one step further. I've got a bowl or a pan. I will fill it up with cold water, allow it to sit in there for about 2-3 hours. That is going to help on that, so it's not too salty. After that is going to be get it dried off and hit it with a mustard binder. I'm only going to do the fat side, and no, I am definitely not going to do any trimming. I like a little bit of fat content on my corned beef. You are going to get those pre-packages. Trust me, they are going to work perfectly. Get it right on top of the mustard binder. I mean, that is all there is to it. We are going to get the Z grills fired up. I am going to set that dial to the lowest setting, the smoke setting. For me, that is going to be around 160 or so. I am looking to hit this corned beef with about probably good 3 hours of a good solid 3 hours of straight smoke. And you know the Z grills, when you set it at that smoke setting, she lays down the smoke. Of course, I am talking cherry pellets. I am going to get a water tin underneath, very important, filled up with some warm water. You're going to want to steam the bottom of the corned beef. Trust me, we will allow it to go right through that, right to that 3 hour mark. But at hour 2, just give a little peek ski at the corned beef. I am going to spritz it down with flat out straight water. You could spritz it with anything you want. I think water is fine. That is just going to cool that bark down a little bit. Just make sure it is cooking nice and even. Once everything checks out, you can allow it to go for another hour. So that is going to be a total of 3 hours in. That should put you at that 160, 165 range or so. Give it a little bit of spritz there, and let's admire the little corned beef that we worked so not very hard to get. I mean, that is looking absolutely incredible. I've got a separate tin all ready to go. I will place the corned beef in the tin. I will grab the beer that I had in the fridge. It's Coors Light. Grab your favorite beer and just put the whole can in there and seal it tight with some heavy duty foil. Get it back in the pit. You can bump that temperature up now to about 275 or so. We are looking to boil steam out the corned beef, and I am guessing it is probably going to take about an hour and a half to 2 hours depending on the size. This is a 6-pounder, so I am thinking a good solid 2 hours should get us there. At that point for me, 5 hours total, so 2 more hours on the covered part. We will take a temperature, because this is important here. If you want that brisket-like pull apart, you're going to want to take it up and over 210. I am looking for a little tug, so right at 200 is going to be perfect for me. This is going to run my meals for the next probably three days or so. Reuben's, the regular brisket, the regular corned beef, and so forth. So a little bit of a tug is perfect for me, as I am going to be reheating this as I go. And you see, we are about 200. That is going to work for me. I am going to get this brisket off, take a little bit of a peek at it. I am definitely jacked up. We will take this in live. We will do that. We will cut it open, do that taste test, talk about it, and close out this show. Yeah. Alrighty, here you go right here, and a couple little tidbits on this cook here. Total cook time came in at 5 hours. Approximately 3 hours or so of straight smoke at that 160 setting. We then put it in put it in some beer, sealed it up, and went for about another 2 hours. Remember, pastrami is more of a well, pastrami is more smoked or oven. Corned beef is going to be more in the boiled. So we basically kind of did both of the best worlds here with that beer at the end. Use your favorite beer. I like Coors Light, so hey man, that is what I used. But here we go, and I have to tell you, it smells absolutely incredible. There is no doubt about it. I'm just going to go in and give a little bit of slice right down the middle. And one more thing, I only took this up to 200 or so. If you want it more brisket like, more pull apart like, you can go 107, 110. I like a little bit of tug on mine because I'm a leftovers guy and I'll be eating this for the next 2, 3, maybe 4 days. So through reheats and, maybe I'll throw it on the griddle or the saute pan, some Reubens, you know the deal. So through reheats, it's going to heat up a little bit more. So 200, 201 with a little bit of tug is the way I like it. Let's go on in. Of course, she is cutting like butter. And that is absolute. Look at the moisture. Guys, that is what it is all about right there. A little bit of squeeze. She is definitely loaded up with some moisture. You can see it on the board. And I love leaving that fat on there. A lot of people take the fat off. I like leaving it there because, first of all, fat is flavor. I like a little bit fat on my corned beef, and you could see the mustard. Usually you don't taste the mustard, but I have a feeling I may taste it a little bit, and I am certainly okay with that. As Molly moves on in for that all important taste test. Oh man, this is some juicy stuff right here, guys. Oh yeah. I love this time of year. As you can see, the weather here in the Garden State is starting to heat up. Corned beef is starting to roll. We've got Easter coming up, of course, spring, summer, you know the deal. Let's go on in for that taste test. And of course, cheers. What could you say? It's corned beef. Oh, look at this. Look at that moisture, man. Oh, yeah. I got to give Molly a little bit of a taste test. So look, I don't really get I don't get the mustard. I get all the seasonings. I don't get the beer, but you could tell it was braised because it's nice and tender. Look, sliced thin, corned beef, get the cabbage going, get the potatoes going. Next day, get the rye bread with the Russian dressing and the kraut, and get yourself some Reubens. I mean, is there any better time of the year than St. Patty's Day with the food that starts rolling off the pits? And as always, do not forget that Z Grills is going to have this full recipe down in the description. You just follow that link over, print out exactly what you need. And while you're at it, do not forget the YouTube channel, the Instagram channel, the Facebook channel, and of course the website. You follow all of them, and I guarantee you Z Grills will have you smoking, have you grilling all year long. Guys, the weather is starting to turn. The only thing missing now is to get outside and fire up your Z Grills so you also can taste the smoke, which, oh, by the way, I get a nice hit of smoke on this. We used cherry and it is all over it. That is going to put a pin in this show here. My name is Tommy. I appreciate you all for watching. And until next time, it is corned beef. We've got Molly down there, and we will see you soon.